Hey guys, I'm the Burke and I do things. And today I thought it would be really fun to talk about some of the Allure Best of Beauty from 2020. I have watched a bunch of people do videos like this, especially Allie Glines. I feel like she does this video every year. But I decided to do it a little differently. Like, I didn't go out and buy a whole bunch of new stuff. I decided to look through the list and see everything that I have and actually let you guys know what my thoughts on it are, because I was sort of surprised by a lot of the things that Allure picked for the Best of Beauty this year. There's maybe two things that I think are like absolute like garbage on the list, but I thought this could be fun. I also did a full like trying on portion that I will play while I talk about the different products. They are on my face. It's almost a full face. I think there's only like maybe 4 or 5 products on my face that were not part of the Best of Beauty. So if you guys want to know my thoughts on some of the Allure Best of Beauty for 2020, then keep on watching. Let's go. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the like makeup categories. We'll go through that because that's a lot of what I used on my face. And then we can kind of touch on a couple of the other categories after. So like I said, I do not have all of the products, so we're just going to talk about the products I have. And the first product I have is the winner of the Light Coverage Foundation. And that is the foundation I'm wearing today. And that is the Makeup Forever Reboot Foundation. So I actually received this foundation for free from Influencer to review last year. And I really did not enjoy it at all. I probably have not touched it since last year. So this is my first time reapplying it in a year, basically. And I feel like my thoughts are still the same. It's basically a tinted moisturizer. It's supposed to have some sort of skincare benefits in it. To me, that really means tinted moisturizer. And it's so expensive. I don't understand paying Makeup Forever pricing for something this lightweight that doesn't really like do anything personally. Like for me, if I'm getting a tinted moisturizer, I would much rather find something at the drugstore that can do something very similar. So I was very surprised to see that this was like the best light coverage foundation according to Allure. Okay, the next product I do not have anymore because I decluttered, and I just want to have an explanation. For the best highlighter stick, Allure chose the CoverGirl Cooling Glow Stick. What? I have a lot of stick highlighters that I very much enjoy, and that CoverGirl one, first of all, yes, it has that cooling sensation, but first of all, you can't just draw it on your face because it like messes up your makeup underneath. But if you like put it on your hand or on something, like it doesn't blend out because it dries so fast, and then it looks like really like weird because you can't blend it in on your face. And I was just like, did you try any other stick highlighters before choosing this one as your best? Because I don't get it. I just don't get it. Okay, for the best matte bronzer, Hoola one. Benefits Hoola. So this I have feelings about. First of all, when they say Benefit Hoola, do they mean just like Hoola? Like regular, original Hoola that's been around forever? Or do they mean the full line of the Hoola bronzers? Because if they meant all of the different shades available to Benefit, I feel like they should have said something like Benefit boxed bronzers and not Hoola, because Hoola is a shade. It's not a line. Do you know what I mean? I thought that was very odd. Now, I just thought this was very unimaginative choosing Hoola. Like, what an easy answer to go with. There have been so many matte bronzers that have come out since Hoola, and I can't fathom thinking that this is still the #1 matte bronzer out there. I felt like it was like an easy one, like they didn't really try. I don't know, does anyone else feel like it's really weird? Like there's so many matte bronzers out there and we're still picking just Hoola and not even like the line of Hoola? I don't know, this one was weird for me. Okay, I also have the matte setting spray that won, and that is the Urban Decay All Nighter. You know, I do love Urban Decay All Nighter. I had to reach into my backup drawer because I just recently finished my open one, but you know, this one I feel like is pretty awesome. It's hard for me to think if this one has been overshined by something else. Like, I know that new Hourglass one is really good. I've heard a lot of good things about it, but it's very expensive, and that actually won in the splurge category. Obviously I don't have that one to talk about, so I feel like, yeah, I kind of agree with this one. I didn't use this one today because I'm going to feature a different setting spray next, but yeah, I agree. Okay, for the best multi-use setting spray, so I guess that means like you can prime with it, you can refresh with it, you can set, like, do all the things. It is the L'Oreal Lumi Shake and Glow Dew Mist. So I actually have the 1 ounce version of this. This is like their little travel size of it. And I think this is nice. I mean, my biggest issue, honestly, with the L'Oreal spray is this price. It always has been the price, because I feel like there are brands like Catrice that make glowy sprays that are like $5 versus this one is like, I think $15 full price. So that has always been my biggest gripe with the L'Oreal spray, is more so the price that they charge over that the formula is not good. So I do like this. I think you can get the same effect for less money. Those are my thoughts. Okay, now we can go into the eyes category. So for mascara, for the best tubing mascara, Thrive Liquid Lash Extensions one. This was not a surprise to me. First of all, this is my all-time favorite mascara. However, I would be surprised come 2021 to see if Thrive is still #1 to Allure, because I feel like a lot of companies are now, just now, starting to get on that tubing train. I wouldn't be surprised to see if someone overthrows Thrive someday. However, I don't really feel the need to try any of the other formulas. I really like Thrive. I find that the formula of the tubing mascara lasts significantly longer than a formula of a traditional mascara. Like when I had my full size open, I feel like I got like 8 months, I think, out of that tube. And it was going and going. And even this one, like this little one, like sometimes I'm like, are you out of product yet? But I mean, it's still going, it's still going. And I have a full size in my backup drawer waiting for this to run out, but I was not surprised to see that this one won best tubing. Okay, so next is the brows. So I have 2 of these products actually. So let's start with the pomade. I was very surprised to see that the NYX Fluff and Fill won for best pomade. I do not find that this product fills in my brows the way I want my brows filled in. See, I never thought of it as a pomade. I guess it really is, but I have very sparse tails, I guess you could say. And the pomade, I can't be precise enough with this pencil because it gets so rounded and it doesn't give enough of a sharp line. And the actual like little brush part, I much prefer a spoolie. So this one is just like a, this one pomade. I feel like there could have been something better. I don't know. Then for a clear gel, I was very surprised to see that the CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow one. Now, I don't think that this is a bad product. I was just surprised that this beat out like Anastasia and Benefit. Like I feel like those are people's like tried and true brow gels. This one is nice for the drugstore, but this to me is not the best that I've tried. So I was surprised to see that this won like the overall clear brow gel category. Okay, the last eye product I have is the powder eyeshadow, and that is the Colored Rain single pan eyeshadows. Now I only have a 6-pan palette that I got in an Ipsy bag. And today I only used the mattes in here because I wanted to use something later on for the glitter. And it's very hard for me to judge because these are not my tones personally. Trying out this palette didn't make me necessarily want to go out and buy more Colored Rain. I feel like they have a more colorful aesthetic than maybe something I typically would wear. And I did not hear good reviews on their most recent palettes. So I haven't really felt the need to go out and buy more, but like what I have is okay, I guess, is my feeling on Colored Rain. All right, I do have 2 lip products. The first was their best lip pencil and the NYX lip liner one. I personally have the shade Peekaboo. It is a sharpenable pencil. I find it's very easy to use. I've had this for quite a while. I really don't have any complaints about this. I guess I was surprised to see that NYX won for best lip pencil. I feel like there are a lot of brands that make really nice lip pencils, but I mean, I don't specifically have any complaints about it. I was just surprised to see that this was the winner. And then lip crayon, the Maybelline Superstay Ink Crayon one. And I have this in the shade Lead the Way. Again, I think this is nice. It goes on very, very creamy, and it definitely does dry down to a matte finish where it's not going to budge around like a typical, like maybe like ColourPop lippy stick would. So I do like it. It's not completely transfer proof for sure, but it does definitely have a longer wear time than other kind of more lipsticky products I own have. Now, they have a category called Steals, and this is like their, I guess, drugstore category where they like highlight some drugstore products that they think were the best in beauty this year. I personally own 2 of those products. The first is the e.l.f. Liquid Glitter Eyeshadow. I do have this in the shade Copper Pop. I do like this. I don't find that this has the best longevity, but it is really pretty, and I think it is a very good dupe for the Stila Glitter and Glows for sure. I definitely would not have naturally paired this eye look together, but for this video I wanted to try to put on as much as I could. But yeah, I do like these. I think these are a great price, especially for how quickly a liquid glitter dries out. I feel like your money is better spent on something like this than the $24 that Stila charges. They also included the ColourPop blush sticks, which I thought was very surprising because I find that this is a very, very polarizing product. I feel like people either really like it or really hate it. So I have this in the shade Hooked. I find it is very pretty. It applies very well, especially with a nice stipple brush. I am personally a fan of it, but I know a lot of people are not a fan of it. I really think with this product, getting the right shade is going to matter a lot. So I personally really like the shade Hooked. I think it looks really nice. Personally, I prefer wearing this on a day where I am not setting my makeup because I do find when I set my makeup, it takes away a lot of the color. So I did have to reapply like a powder blush over top to kind of bring back the rosiness to my cheeks. But I especially like this for a no powder routine. There were a lot of categories where I didn't have anything to talk about, but hair, there was one hair product that I was like so offended made it into this list, and it was the best scalp scrub. And they picked the Way Scalp Scrub. I have tried a lot of scalp scrubs in my day. That one is the worst one I've ever tried. So I have no idea how that one won. No idea. I'm offended, honestly, as somebody who appreciates a good scalp scrub. Okay, the last category where I can talk about a bunch of products that I personally have is the tools category. So the best powder makeup brush is the Real Techniques setting brush. This is their 402 brush. I love to use this brush. This has long been one of my favorite brushes. It is so good for setting under your eyes. It's like the perfect size. It works so well with highlighting. It's a very good all-in-one little powder. I've seen people use this to set their concealers. There's a lot that this one little brush is able to do, so I was not surprised to see that this was a winner. The best eyeshadow brush totally caught me by surprise. I did try to use it in today's video, and this is from Moda's Metallic line, and this is their Triad brush. So I actually did not get this in a Moda makeup brush set, but I got this in an Allure beauty box, coincidentally, maybe 2 years ago. And it's an interesting shape. I can use it for like the outer corners of my makeup, but it's more of like for me like something where I can apply, but I don't find it very blendy. So for me, this is not like one of my go-to brushes ever. And I was surprised to see this one brush won for best eyeshadow brush because I feel like there are a lot of brands that make some pretty great eyeshadow brushes. And I think I would have liked to see something maybe like fluffy in this category rather than this Triad brush. Personally. I did not use this product today because mine were all dirty, but for best makeup sponge, Beauty Blender won. All my beauty blenders I have are dirty, and I did not want to use a dirty beauty blender today, but I just felt like it was unoriginal using the Beauty Blender as the best makeup sponge because I feel like the Beauty Blender is really good, but I feel like in the last year, so many brands have really stepped up the makeup sponge, and I feel like Allure had the opportunity to pick like a new reigning champion of beauty sponges that have exactly what the Beauty Blender provides, but at such a more affordable cost. I mean, I was kind of really surprised that this still won. I actually saw they had best tweezers, and for best tweezers, the Tweezerman Classic Slant one, and I'm pretty sure that's what I've had. I've had these tweezers for like 10 years, and they are awesome, actually. I remember when I bought these and they were like $14, I like choked because I couldn't believe I was spending like $14 on a pair of tweezers. But I mean, these are the only tweezers I have. They're awesome. They work just as well as the day I got them. I actually have no complaints about them. Yeah, these are actually really good tweezers. I totally agree. Okay, the last product that I can talk about on the Best of Beauty for 2020 is the Detangling Hairbrush. And so the Tangle Teaser Fine and Fragile Detangler one. I just recently got the Thick and Curly Tangle Teaser in a Vox box, so I've been actually testing it out for the first time this week. So I would assume the Fine and Fragile works on a certain hair type versus how this thick one would work on my specific hair type. And overall, I think it's a good brush. I like the ergonomic, like, kind of fit to it. I know when I was younger, I actually always used to accidentally break my, like, handle off my hairbrush, so I'd wind up, like, brushing my hair like this anyway. I will say, I really do prefer brushes, I think, from the Wet Brush brand over this. Like, the traditional wet brush is awesome, and I also really like their Flex Wet Brush, especially when I have all wet hair. So I do like this, but I would not say this is an all-time favorite hair product for me, but I could see why it was chosen. I don't necessarily, again, like that they picked the Fine and Fragile one. I think they could have just said Tangle Teaser and included the whole category of hairbrushes and to pick the one that works with your specific hair type. But yeah, I'm gonna link the full article down below because there's a lot more than what I talked about. These were just the products that I personally have tried. The article is a lot longer than all these products, but I'll definitely be interested to hear what you guys think of this Allure Best of Beauty. It's definitely odd to me, some of the winners. So I'll be interested to hear what you guys think in the comments. And as usual, thanks for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, click the subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I have my Twitter and my Instagram down below. Give them a follow, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.